Cheers everybody, welcome to another beer review, and we're off to Home Bargains with this one. We've got the canned version of Budweiser Budvar Dark Lager. Now, I have reviewed the bottle version. It was back in the old days. I haven't watched it actually, I haven't watched the review to it. I think I liked it. I do like dark lagers in general, to be honest. I like the roastiness you get with them. It just suits my palate. I'm sounding quite posh now when I say palate. It suits my taste better than you know you know a golden lager if you want. Yeah, I saw this in Home Bargains for under a couple of quid, and I thought let's give it a go. So here we are, Budvar Dark Lager, the original Budweiser. We won't go into the legalities of Budweiser and the American Budweiser and all that. That's another thing going, but it's still ongoing, I think, as far as I know. The lawsuit and everything. I think it'll never get sorted out. I don't think so. Yeah, so I'm sorting Home Bargains. Pick this up. It's an import by the looks of it. It is an import. What am I talking about? Look at it. Look at it. It's all in. Sorry. Ignore that remark. Right. Let's crack it open like you do. Let's see what it's all about. Let's get a whiff. There's a sweet biscuitiness there for me. It does smell sweet. Not a lot to it, but let's just pour it out like you do. Let's see what it's all about. Yeah, I do like dark lagers. They're a nice alternative. I always think they're a nice alternative to the normal generic style of lager, if you want. So yeah, this is, I would say, is the dark version of. No, it's not the dark version of Budweiser Budvar Original, because the Budweiser Budvar Original, I've got the Budvar site up. It says the Budvar Original is 5%, and this is 4.7. It's got 24 IBU, 90 EBC. So let's leave it at that, shall we? Like that. And I'll stick it up to the light and see if it is really, really jet black. It's not jet black. You can see the light through it. There's a load of carbonation going up in that. Nice off-white looking head. Stick that there. Let's get a whiff. Yeah, nice roastiness now coming through. Look, roasted, maybe bourbon biscuits, bourbon. The little black chocolate, the little chocolate biscuits like that. Put it in the comments. I'm not going to start this again. It smells nice, it does. Slightly roasted. You pick up the slight roasted maltness there. Slight metallicness there as well. I'm going to go in. Cheers, everyone. That's great. That is a great beer. That is a great beer. Really, really nice. Really nice, gentle flavours. Not too, not not too much roasted bitterness in that, which I like. I was expecting more roasty bitterness, like ashiness, if you want to call it that in the beer. I'm not getting that. Going again. Relatively soft mouthfeel. As you go in, you pick up the roastiness, hint of chocolate for me, nice little maltiness there for me as you go in, not too bitter, slight hint of metallicness on that back end, nice subtle flavours that give this beer a lot of drinkability. I really, really like this beer. I prefer this. I think this is my favourite Budvar. I do like the original. When I was first getting into beer, I hated the original because when I first got into beer, I wanted to get so far away from lager as I could. But as you get into beer and you start tasting all these beers, you know, the ever present style of lager always comes into the fold. And you have to kind of like appreciate the different forms of lager as well. A dark lager, different variation of a lager. And I've waffled there, and and I really like it. I like this beer. It's a, you know, I remember the Asahi dark lager. That was cracking. This and the Asahi dark lager. If you can get the Asahi dark lager, that was cracking. I'll go and again. So drinkable, but it's just giving you all subtle hints, lots of subtle notes, hints of chocolate, hints of sweetness, hints of dark biscuitiness. Slight, there's no metallicness there. I've got it on the nose. Metallicness has gone. Overall, this is a well-rounded, well-brewed dark lager, and I highly recommend it. Get yourself to Home Bargains. Very, very drinkable stuff. It really is. It is cracking stuff. And going back to it in can form, I forgot how good it was, to be honest. I forgot how good it was. Very sessionable stuff. One more for the road. Gotta sit back and enjoy that. Boys and girls, Budvar Dark Lager, thumbs up for me. If you haven't had it or you think about trying it, give it a go. I don't think lager drinkers, you won't be disappointed in that. That is good stuff. See you on my next one. Look after yourselves. Kiss it. Bib bib.